This conference will now be recorded.
Because it's not yet showed actually, because in general we will see new update is available, click to download. Because yesterday only it is uploaded. I mean, it's the September update came, but I don't know whether update came to Power BI desktop or not. But now we can just download. If you
Do you want me to do it now?
no. Even after also, if you want, this is a
Okay.
way. Just letting you know, this is a way to download the Power BI desktop.
Okay.
Okay, just 200 MB or 300 MB file. Once it is downloaded, once installed, so it will be the Power BI desktop, how it looks. So let me go through, like, to give some overview of this.
Okay.
So by default, we'll have something like this. This is the report workspace. This is where we are going to develop our reports. Okay. And you can see we have page number here, page 1, page 2. You can keep on adding the pages here. So the report can be of one page or the report can be of multiple pages. It also depends on the requirement, whatever the report we are dealing with, data we are dealing with. So even it is a one page or multiple pages, all together can be called as a one report. One
Quick question,
PP.
Murli.
Sorry?
A quick question. When you
Yeah.
say page 1, page 2, page 3, is it the different tabs on the Excel, you mean?
Yeah, kind of. You can think that as well, different sheets, whatever you call, but that is not the correct reference Excel, but it is again different one.
Okay.
Because see, in the page we can, in page 1 we have, for example, we have three different visuals here, but we require 6 to 7 visuals for the entire report. So in that case, because we cannot accommodate everything on a single page, we can just move on other visuals to second page. So it is not must we have multiple pages. We can also even have only one page also. That depends again. So once we are done, once we save this file, and the extension will be .pbix. That is the extension, like how we have Excel, we have .xlsx and csv.csv. For Power BI, we have .pbix, which is the file.
Okay.
So that file, size of the file depends on two different factors. The way how we are getting the data, I'll let you know in some time. And again, this is the visuals tab. By default, these are the visuals from Power BI. As I told earlier, we can download the additional visuals from Marketplace, Microsoft
Yeah.
Store. So this is the visual pane, and this is the fields. Fields are nothing but whenever we have any data in the Power BI, the data set, what are the tables and fields we have, tables and values we have from the database or from the source, it will be displayed here. Right now, we don't have any source. We didn't get any data as of now. That is why we didn't see anything here. So this is a basic, simple view, and we have something called, there are three different panes here. One is called report, and one is called data, and one is called relationships or modeling. We call both. So these are basically, before report development, we want to see how the data looks. So if you click here, this is where we can see the data from the sources. If, for example, if you already have data from the different sources, we can see the data here in the data pane. And the relationships pane is something where we build a model. Model means a set of relations between different tables. That is called, we call relationships. That is called, we call simple as a model. So here we are going to build the model, and here we are going to see the data related to the model, and this is where we're going to start report development. These are three tabs. And again, this differs from, yeah.
So when you say relationships, before building the reports, we can bring or connect any tables. That's what you're saying, right? When you
Yes.
say
So
relationship.
we have
Oh,
to. Yes, we have to.
okay.
That is again depends. If you don't want to see, relationships are mainly because if you want to see two different tables data at the same place, then we have to make a relationship. If not, then only one table also fine.
Yes.
So that depends on like how the data, what kind of data we're going to represent matters.
Okay.
So this is the three, and you see we have something called home, view, modeling, and help here. Before that, let me walk you through this. See, whatever the new means, again, new PBA will open, new Power BI desktop will open. Under the file, we click on new, a new desktop file will open, or simply we can go, this is a new file, again a new file. See, we see new file, two files here. or we can do just Power BI desktop. We can open a new file. In these two ways, we can open the Power BI files. Open means like how the Microsoft Office works in general with Excel or Word. The same kind of similar options will be also seen in the Power BI. Like open means the already whatever we have the files in Power BI, it will be shown here, the recent items.
Okay.
And save the file and save as.
Okay.
And
So it's similar
input.
to SSMS, like, right? When
Yeah,
how many?
similar to the generic Microsoft tools, whatever we have, the same kind of options will be presented here.
Okay.
It is self-explanatory, like how we see in Excel or Word or something like that. It will be similar kind of. And
Okay.
export and import is import from different sources and export from different sources. That is, this is also the type of getting data.
Okay.
Importing from a Excel workbook or Power BI template, I will let you know once we are familiar with these options. And export means export the data to Power BI template. Power BI template is again, as I told, PBIX is the actual the extension for the Power BI file. Power BI template is .pbit we call. It is something if you want to, for example, if we are going to share our report to other users in an organization, they have to open the report again and they have to change the connection strings each and every time. Similarly, the data source or database, whatever, the connection strings, and then only they can able to see their data. So instead of that, we will be providing a template for that. So dynamically, he will change the connections so that he can see their own data instead of going back to the connections and changing. I'll show clearly when we are in the template. And publish, it is once the report development is done, we have to publish the report to Power BI service. We can see the option here and also options here. Generally, we use this because we don't go back here and again publish. We just click here. And export to PDF, it is the recent update from Microsoft. It is August 2018 update. Earlier, it was not there. There is no provision of having a report in PDF. So we have a provision now to see the report in PDF. And again, any help or started, there is one more thing called option settings. There is again important. We have two different options. In general, we don't use all the options. We use only few options, but we have many here. See the data load, how for example, if you keep on using the Power BI desktop, by default the cache, whatever we have the data stored, it will be seen here. And again, what is the default cache, whether we can create or we can clear the cache and all can be shown can be seen in the data load. It's like how our SSRS works, the cache also similar kind of. If you already the report already developed in the desktop, if you are going to open the same again, then it will open very fast, like how we have that. It's just pretty the memory options in the desktop. And Power Query Editor. Power Query Editor is something where we are going to manipulate our data. By default, this formula bar will be unchecked. Now I have checked this to display a formula bar for to see the formulas. So this Power Query Editor is something where we see some edit queries here, right? The very fourth one under home. Now I have opened one tab. I don't know whether I cannot click this. I will show this Power Query Editor, and the options like how to configure that. The layout and the formula bar. This is not just an option like whether we see this formula bar or not, is to hide or not. And direct query, as I was telling earlier, we have something called import and direct query. Import works in different manner, and direct query works in different manner in the way of pulling the data. And there are some limitations. And for today, as of today, we don't have many sources that support direct query. We have only few sources that support direct query. In that, recently they've added SAP HANA. So it is just whether it should be created as relation source or it is just asking whether we can check or uncheck. It is
When you say direct
asking.
query, when you say direct query, is it like, the query that we use for to pull the data as a SQL server?
Yes, no. Direct query, no, don't confuse the name. Even the
Okay.
import also, we are going to pull the data. Even
Okay.
direct query also, we are going to pull the data. But there is some differences between that. We'll talk clearly on that.
Okay.
But for now, we have two different modes of getting data. One is import and one is direct query. Okay. And scripting, R scripting is R language for analytics we use. So that R related options. Even like it depends on the organization whether they are using a SAS or R language. They will configure this, and also similarly Python. This is again language specific, R and Python,
Okay.
and some security. And here we see whether we can allow the see generally the custom visuals whatever we have imported from Microsoft Store we will have now we will show a warning like if the visual is very old or if it is any from third party and if it is not downloaded from Microsoft Store, if it is taken from any other website,